In this video, you are going to become aware, to learn, and to build your structure of greatness. A structure that will make you unstoppable. Today's lesson is about changing your philosophy, and is the first facet of your pyramid. You know, we talked about the pillar, now we put the first facet of the pyramid, and today is about that. Welcome to this exciting journey. My name is Gabriel. I am your personal trainer today, and the first thing that I want you to know or to remind you is that I believe in you. I believe you have the potential to achieve any dream or anything that you want, and I am here to tell you that it is possible for you, and I will show you ways to get there. If you want to know more about me or about us or about the program, you have a link down below, and also I prepared for you a very powerful tool that will help you to reshape your mind, to rewire your brain, and to reprogram your mind in a very powerful, positive way. You have also a link, a downloadable link below, and thank you for being here, and let's get right into the lesson. So this lesson is about changing your philosophy. I changed my philosophy many times when I need to change it, and it was hard the first time, but then I changed it many times. And I've heard many people saying that a philosophy it's a philosophy. It doesn't have anything to do with the reality. And I have to tell you this, and I have to make you become aware of this, and to study this. If you don't believe me, you don't have to believe me. Just study it. Study those things. It's a completely different perspective now about the reality in the world than it was maybe 15, 20, 50 years ago, okay? So you have to study it. Philosophy now is important, you know. This morning I've heard a guy saying about this, that now philosophers are useful. Finally, you know, they debated for thousands of years, and now they look for philosophers to understand things, how things will impact other things, you know. So in order to see the reality in a different way, that's the simply put it, or more simple put it, we don't see the reality as it is. We see the reality as we are. And I'll tell you a little bit about perception. Studies show that we have an enormous amount of information around us every moment, like 60 million bits a second of information that is all available to us every moment. Consciously, we can perceive only about 2,000 beats per second with our five senses. There are many other thousands that are perceived through other internal senses, but it's below subconscious. But we perceive about 2,000, okay? And out of those 2,000, we form an internal picture of the world that is worth 124 bits per second. 124 bits per second out of 60 million. At least 60 million bits available. I'm hearing people that say, I know what reality is. Yeah, no kidding. How come? Which one? Because if you divide 60 million bits by 124, you will have 450,000 different realities available all at once. But if you combine those things, you have quadrillion realities available all the time. So what reality are we talking about? The reality is filtered to our mind. We have external filters, physical filters like the eyes and the touch, the smell, the hearing, the taste. You have those filters, but you also, the most important filters are in your mind. They are all your values, your beliefs, your philosophy, what your memories, your experiences, what you believe about this world. Those are your filters. And after it passes those filters, you see the world. You believe you see the world as it is, but you don't actually. You see the world as you are, as you think. That's how you see the world. You can't possibly see the reality. Nobody can. Okay? Because it's too vast, too complex to see. It's not for our senses to see the whole reality. We just see a piece of it. Max Planck said that, and then Wayne Dyer repeated, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. What does that mean? Well, it's simple. Put on some glasses, you put on some clear glasses and you see the world in a way, and put on some blue glasses, okay, or green glasses, and you'll see the world green, or you'll see it blue. That's how the filters work, exactly like a pair of glasses. And you can fight with it with the other one that I know the reality is green because I have green glasses, and the other one has blue glasses, so his reality is blue. And you argue and you fight over this, but it's neither one of them. Okay, it's not white, not blue, it's what you are. What you see there is what you are inside of yourself. That's the reality. And that's why you have to change the filters, to adjust the filters in order to adjust the reality the way you want to be adjusted. Okay? Jim Rohn put it this way: for things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. For things to go better for you, you have to do something better. And first of all, he said that. He didn't know any damn thing about quantum physics and what I'm telling you now. But he figured that out. He said those things in this simple way. He said that you have to start your philosophy. And it's easy to, if where you are now is not a pleasant place, if you don't like where you are now, it's not because the outside world, it's because of your philosophy. Okay, your philosophy got you here. So in order to change that, in order to go somewhere else, you have to change the filters. In order to see this part of the world, you have to change the filters. You cannot possibly solve the same problem with the same mentality that created it, said Albert Einstein. Okay? You can't possibly do that. You have to change the mentality, not to solve the problem with the same mentality that created it. That means you must change your philosophy. It doesn't work the other way around. Well, if your philosophy states that the world or the universe is hostile, well, that's what you'll see. Hostility everywhere. And it doesn't matter where you go. You can go to the safest possible place. You will find somebody hostile there. You will find, because that's the way you see. That's the only thing you see. Okay, you see hostility because your philosophy is like that. If you believe that men are assholes, that's what you'll get. A lot of assholes men, okay? If you believe that there is no good woman, well, that's what you'll get. You won't find any good woman. That doesn't mean there are no good people. That doesn't mean all the people are in one way or another. The people are as you are. The people are as a mirror of you. I met people that most of the others consider them hostile or bad people, and I talked to them, and it wasn't like that with me. It was with the others, but not with me. I don't want to argue about this and say that there are not bad people. They might be, but not because they are essentially bad. They just have a bad philosophy. That's all. They were raised with a bad philosophy. They were programmed in such way that they see all this world bad, and that's why they behave that way. So from that perspective, all truth is true. Anyone who asks and has an opinion, he's right. If he said that thing is in that way, that's the way it is. Everybody is right from their own perspective. Everybody. Well, how can we change this? Well, it's simple and it's not simple all at the same time. But it's fun to change it, And I have this philosophy because most of the people are really stressed out about change, The change that is now is exponential. And they are really stressed out about this. They have a mindset that says, wow, it's so stressful. Everything is changing and I'm so stressed. No, I don't have that thing. I am really excited. I wanted to change faster than that, and even faster and faster, because I have a philosophy in this way. My mindset is in this way. I don't perceive change as a bad thing or as a stressful thing. I perceive change as an exciting thing. When I go to speak in public, and I am teaching that, I will teach you this as well when we'll have this a lesson about public speaking. And when I go there, the first times I've been there, I was so nervous about it, And when I went on the stage, I almost threw up. My body was up and my mind was down. It was completely blind. Why? Because I was not prepared. Well, I wasn't very good prepared in that in that way, but I still was prepared. It was not about that. It was about the way I saw this event. That was all. When I changed that thing, that only thing, everything went a lot better and better and better and better. And what's that thing? Instead of saying in my mind that I'm nervous about doing this, I changed that and I said, I am excited to do this. I am excited to speak in front of all those people. I'm excited. And that's what I was, excited. And that's energy. Nervousness squeeze you, close it up. Excitement opens you. It gives you energy. It's just one perspective. Think about that. You can change any perspective. The world was a lot different. The people there were different because I was seeing the event in a different way. Not because something changed, because I changed. And I told you, for things to change, you have to change. I've seen a funny thing about, the politicians asking a lot of people who wants a change, and everybody raised their hands, everybody. And then he asked them, who wants to change? Nobody. So people want a change in their life for the better, but they do not want to change. And that doesn't work like this. For things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. And that starts with your philosophy. So the code of this world, of this reality, is the word. The word is the code. Words are not only descriptive, they are generative. Remember the first thing in the Bible? In the, I don't know what chapter? In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Word has an incredible power. And your philosophy is about words. The words you have into your mind. That's all. And that's the code for your reality. The word you use will determine your reality. Is that simple to understand? Difficult to change, you think. No, it's not difficult to change. But if you link that change with your central pillar, with your why, if you link that change with your why do I have to get there? Why do I have to become that? Why do I have? Then the change become easy. If you don't link that to anything higher than yourself, to a burning desire and to an intention to get there, if you don't link that, you won't change. I'm telling you. You won't change just for the sake of change. You will change because you have a why, because you have a purpose for change. That's why I put that thing first, the vision. Because everything is linked to the vision. That's the energy for change. Yes, you can change. Yes, you can rewire your brain. And I've told you have I prepared you something there to rewire your brain, to rearrange your mind, to reprogram your mind in a powerful way. And you can download it and use it. First, you have to know why. And then through repetition, you can change. Through understanding and repetition, you can change. Through awareness, you can change. Becoming aware of the thoughts you have, of the words you do, of the feelings that comes with those words, and of the behavior of the way you act. Okay? When you become aware, that's why I said the awareness is so important and is the basis of all these things. When you become aware of those things, you become also aware of the fact that yes, it can be changed. I can do it in a different way. And you are the master, even though your conscious mind is so tiny little and your unconscious mind is so big and powerful. You can change everything that's in your unconscious mind. How? Through repetition. That's how. When you repeat enough, you use your very powerful faculty that is willpower. You use enough that you have the discipline, and you repeat enough of something with understanding, with emotion, you will rewire your brain in different pathways and weaken the old pathways. That's how you change your philosophy, through understanding and through practice. So when you change your philosophy, make sure, be absolutely sure that is in alignment with your picture, with the vision for your life, is in perfect alignment with that. That's when you start to really change. And there is in neuro-linguistic programming, there is a technique for that to make things easier. You can model somebody, but you have to model to take care about that, and to be careful about that, and to model somebody who already achieved what you want, and to study that person as deep as you can. What is their philosophy for life? How do they think? How do they feel? How do they act? What is, because it starts from the thinking. Okay, how do they think? What is their philosophy? And you can copy that, you can model that. It's the fastest way. You don't have to make, mistakes are good, but you don't have to lose your life making a lot of mistakes in order to find the right way. there are now available a lot of content on a lot of things that you possibly want. So you have the knowledge, you have the information, and it's almost free. Most of the information is free. If you dig deep enough, you'll find anything. Google will find anything. You just have to be patient and dig, mine a lot. So, but you will find, if you really want to change, if you really want to model somebody. That's the fastest way and the easiest way, because you have a model of thinking, you have a model of philosophy. And if you do what they do, if you think how they think, if you feel like they feel, you will have almost the same result. Almost. Maybe not exactly the same result, but almost the same result. And you will start to see the world in a completely different way, because you've changed the way you look at things. Remember that. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And that was said by Max Planck. Come on. That guy knew what he was talking about, okay? So, question of the day. What is the first step that you're gonna take today in order to change your philosophy? It doesn't have to be something big. It can be a decision, for example. A decision to change something. Remember, small steps goes to big changes, not big steps. Big steps will make you demotivated. You won't be able to stick with that. So, but small steps, small tasks, small thing repeated, it will make a really big difference. At some time, and in one lesson, I will give you some tips how to do this, and how to stick it to your mind, and how to form a new pathway. What do you have to do exactly every day? I will do that for you. I'll put up an exercise for you. This information, I believe, is crucially important for you, like the other ones as well. So it is everything that I'm putting here. I'm putting because I know they are very important. This information is very important because when you change this, many things change. Many things into your life and into your world will change. It might seem like a difficult thing, but I've told you, if you follow small steps, it won't be that difficult. And if you do it every day, day after day, day after day, because this is something that you have to do every day. If you do it every day, it will become easier and easier, and then you will forget about it because it will become automatic. It will become part of your mind. I know you can do it. I believe in you. I know you have greatness and light in you, and they are just waiting to reach out into this world. I know that. That's why I am doing this, because I know it can be helpful for you, and I know that you can change and become a contributor and a factor of change in this world now when it's needed. Thank you for being here, and I hardly wait. The next lesson I want to reach you, and the next lesson will be about aligning yourself with what you want. Aligning. Until then, I wish you all the best, and God bless you.